Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Kat, known as phamerina.planning here on YouTube and on Instagram. And today's video is Bujo with me, episode 4, I believe. I will be setting up my weekly spread for the final week of September using a couple of different things. The primary focal point is going to be the journal kit from Saucy Stickers. Oh my goodness, why did I not look up the name of this thing before I started this voiceover? I'll try to pop up the name somewhere. I got it in an oops bag. I'm also using some squirrel mushroom and wood elements from Sadie Stickers. And then I had some fall florals from Sticker Guru that I've gotten in a grab bag that I decided to pull in here. And it's a pretty standard weekly for me, 7 rows, 1 for each day of the week. And the only different thing I've done in comparison to other weeks is that I have the kind of daily overview on the, I guess it's a weekly overview technically, weekly overview on the, what side is this? The right side, and kind of my notes / dashboard section on the left side, which is kind of backwards to how I typically do it. Just wanted to switch it up, you know? So that is the basis. You're going to see everything going down. It's not a very long, extensive process. I usually spend about half hour, 40 minutes, maybe an hour if I really want to get into it, on setting up my weekly spreads. But today's episode, I kind of wanted to talk about this trend that I'm noticing in the kind of planner communities. So if you remember from previous episodes, I primarily dabbled in the bullet journal community. I was bullet journaling since 2015, took a break in 2022, came back kind of early 2023-ish, I want to say. So, and tangentially I had been watching kind of the sticker kit planning community, not really understanding it, but now I do. That's a whole diatribe in episode 3. But now it's interesting to me that I'm seeing companies like Archer and Olive, who are known in the bullet journal community as kind of a notebook standard. If you think of bullet journals, you think of Archer and Olive, and you think of notebook therapy. Then there's also the LT 1918, 1819, the Leuchtturm, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But they have the 80 GSM paper, which is a little lighter. There's also, which one is the company that Cindy uses? Oh my goodness. The Passion Planner also has one, but they're also more planner based. And then I think Kuma Stationery is starting to become a big name. So those are the big names in the bullet journal community for bullet journals. And what's interesting is that Archer and Olive, with their recent releases, at least the most recent one I've saw, because again, I kind of changed my bullet journaling style, but they just basically released what's a standard vertical weekly kit with the full boxes, or at least that's what I saw. I didn't actually look into it, which I probably should have before I started this, but this is part of a larger conversation that I'm interested in, which is basically Archer and Olive is releasing sticker kits. They've released stickers for bullet journals. There are bigger names in the bullet journal community like Planning with Kay, Mochi Bujo, who do release stickers for use in the bullet journal. But this is kind of the first time that I've seen a vertical weekly kit to use in your bullet journal. At least that's what I saw. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but this is, again, it's part of a larger conversation. And tangentially related, I guess, is that some of the names in the pretty planning, I believe that's what Jessica from Letters to Apollo called it. I've called it kind of the sticker planning community, but the more pre-foil, dainty foil type. They've started using or moving over to bullet journaling. Shantae from Shantae Plans, or Tay from Shantae Plans. Dani's doing it from Dani with a Planny, Jess from Lustrous Plants. And what's interesting, though, is that those those two, Dani and Jess and Cassie, I believe, from Sweet Like Honey Plans. There's Leela Journals, who she's also pretty well known in the bullet journal community, but I guess I haven't really paid attention to like the YouTube side of bullet journaling in a while. But Leela Journals was very well known in the bullet journal community for kind of her neutral, like, what's that called? Like, I remember her from her sepia tones, her very girlish, coquette, very feminine style. And she had released some journals, and that's kind of like, I was like, oh my goodness, that's so interesting that, journaling is starting to come into the sticker planning community. It's like, that's when I first really started like noticing it. And so basically what I want to talk about or get off my chest is like how these two communities are kind of converging in a sense. Like I said earlier, you've always had people who use stickers in their bullet journal, and you've always kind of had people in, like, I would assume, I don't know, I would assume that you would have always had people in the sticker planning community who did journaling like on the side. But what's interesting is to kind of see people either jump ship, like Tay did, or kind of move more into kind of the opposite type of thing. Like Jess is doing and Dani is doing. Those are just the big names that I've seen recently. And it's sort of related. And another like factor for me wanting to talk about this, again, I don't really have like an end goal. It's just something I want to talk about and maybe start a conversation. Very much like how Dani and Cassie did for their Sidebar Conversations that just occurred. I wasn't able to watch it because it's at a time where I have to like really pay attention to my son. So hopefully there was some fruitful conversation. I hope to catch the replay relatively soon. But the other reason I wanted to talk about this is that we have kind of the like clip art kit side of the community, the shops that primarily cater to those. So I'm thinking Scribble Prints Co., Carly Plans, although I'm not sure about Carly Plans. Don't quote me if I think she does. And like the Prairie Planner, who are releasing like bullet journal stickers. Like they're now doing stickers for bullet journaling. I know Scribble Prints Co. just did like a really big push for it. I know Prairie Planner has like trackers and stuff. The one I can't remember is if it's Slender Designs or Carly Plans. I feel like it's Carly Plans. And again, bullet journal stickers. I believe Carly was like a month. Like you can have like bold months. There's a word for it I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But like that was another thing. I was like, okay, so like we have, Tay going into bullet journaling and moving into that full time. We have Leela Journals introducing, like, again, maybe introducing is not the right word, but that's like how I'm seeing it. These people into journaling, I'm seeing people who are pretty well known in this pretty planning sticker, dainty foiled style, kind of shifting away from their weekly spreads and moving into journaling, or at least doing more of it on the side and making a more prominent part of their content. And I'm just curious as to like, if this is just like a shiny new thing situation, or if it's something where people have kind of burnt themselves out on whatever they really like doing currently and just want to try something new, or just their needs have changed. I know, like, personally for me, I'm coming in like kind of the opposite direction of how I'm seeing this now, which is I started in bullet journaling and I kind of found memory planning and I was like, oh my goodness, this is really pretty. And like my artistic abilities are not good enough to achieve the end goal that I want. So that's where this kind of sticker planning came into place for me. And that's like the, what's the word I want to use? That's the thing, the satisfaction I get from being able to create something pretty, in my head, what is considered pretty on paper, using stickers, using foil. That satisfied that need, while I still do have my bullet journaling for like everyday planning. And that satisfies kind of my functional, more detailed memory keeping needs. Like, yes, I do keep memories in my memory planner, but they're not like super detailed, like this is where we ate, this is what we did, da 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 da. That's kind of more what my bullet journal is for. My bullet journal is my catch-all. For me, it's a bullet journal, a kind of memory log, and a work planner and my memory planner. Like that's all I got. And realistically, my work planner I just use at work, and my memory log I touch once a day just to jot down like 4 things that I know I'm going to want to use in my memory planner. So, where did I start with this? This is the problem when I don't like write things out and have a timeline. But I guess my point is that, like memory planning has satisfied some sort of, I don't want to say niche because that's not the right word, set aside some sort of creativity that I wasn't able to achieve with bullet journaling because I'm not that artistically talented. I'm wondering if journaling, bullet journaling, or just journaling in general, like the kind of scrapbooky type of journaling, is satisfying a different need. That's the word, need. If it's satisfying a different need for the people who've been doing this kind of weekly spread sticker planning type of thing. And I wonder if the kind of development or the evolution of these deco kits, these decorative kits, kind of drove or facilitated, I guess is a better word, facilitated that push, right? Now that we don't have the full boxes, which is what I really love about this type of planning is the full boxes, or just like that's kind of my like focal point. I wonder if the development of deco kits, where you kind of don't necessarily need the full boxes has a structure, and the deco kit kind of allows you to break free of said structure. I wonder if that made the shift from this weekly planning, memory planning type of thing into bullet journaling or journaling in general, like easier or more, or if it drove that, right? I know this, maybe some part of this is answered in in the sidebar conversations that I wasn't able to capture, but these are just thoughts I want to like spit out into the ether and have a conversation, just because it's something I've been noticing for like the past couple of months. I'm like, this is kind of weird. These two communities have kind of usually been like disparate, not like that they were exclusive, but they've just kind of stayed in their own lane, and now they're starting to come together. What I'm also seeing is kind of like the clip art and clip art kind of community sort of moving in, not everybody, but like there's some people who are now pulling aspects of this pretty planning, pre-foiled, dainty style. Like most of us are now doing tilted boxes, making use of deco more extensively. I'm starting to see some of that kind of creep into the clip art community. And again, these are just general statements. I'm not making statements about any specific style or anything. These are just thoughts that I kind of want to just get out on paper. And like, I feel like a lot of conversations are being had about this right now. There's Dani and Cassie and Tay from the Sidebar Conversations. I know Jess was just talking about it in one of her videos. And like, it's something I've been wanting to, I don't want to say get off my chest, but talk about for a little while. And I think I have like a different take on it because I do come from the bullet journal side of the community. I haven't really seen any of the major names over there say, or I don't even know if they're aware like this is happening. Not that people need to be aware. But I do wonder if they're seeing like this influx of views and people checking out their content, and if they're wondering what's going on. I haven't seen, I have to check in a little bit more. To be very honest, I haven't really checked in too much, but I've been trying to get back into it. It's just, I like to like watch the videos, and when you don't have the time to watch the videos, it's hard. So those were just my initial thoughts. Maybe I'll talk about it more in the next Bujo with me whenever that happens. Because I feel like this is a good space for me to kind of like just throw out thoughts and ideas and things that have been like my observations in the communities, and then just start those conversations. I mean, again, I'm a tiny little channel. I'm not expecting much, but if this can get something or just like let you, maybe it introduces you to bullet journaling or memory planning or whatever, It's interesting to see this change and evolution happening in real time. Like, I've never really seen that. I've usually come into a community after the changes happen. So that's kind of like where my brain is at. And I'm like curious if you're on the journaling trend, if you're not on the journaling trend, are you even thinking about the journaling trend as a sticker kit planner? Or if you're coming in from the bullet journal side, like, are you even aware that this is happening? What are you even aware what these sticker kit people are doing? Again, I'm not dividing people. These are broad generalizations that I'm making. And it's so fascinating for me to see this whole thing kind of happening. And that's basically where I'm coming from. Not making any statements, not making any, like positive, negative associations. It's just something I like want to talk about. I want to get a pulse on. And we're nearing the end of this video, so I'm going to leave it there. Leave me any of your thoughts in the comments because I'm genuinely fascinated. I want to know what people are saying. And I hope you enjoyed this video and my ramblings. And if you did, I would love it if you left me a like, left a comment, and subscribe to my little channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!